tough LAFC, place where they've done really well. What are kind of the focuses going into this game, and how are you sort of navigating the fact that you're going to play them Sunday and then turn around and play them Wednesday?
First of all, we recognize that it's going to be a difficult match, like every match in MLS, but I think LAFC is one of the best teams in the league. They've done very well. They have good players. They have a good coach, good staff. So we expect a big challenge, but we're preparing accordingly, not only for Sunday, but as well as you mentioned for Wednesday. Because coincidence, we have to play the two teams in the same place a few days apart, but the guys mentally are ready to be able to perform these two matches.
How much do you prepare for Wednesday ahead of this game, and how much do you kind of view what happens on Sunday and take that into your preparation for Wednesday?
No, I think the most important thing, the way we look at it, is that we have to focus 100% on Sunday, but then we have to have an idea for Wednesday. But I think things will get clear, more clear right after the match. And I think we have a few scenarios, we have a few ideas, but the most important part is Sunday, and that's the main focus, for us right now.
You guys obviously earned a win against LAFC earlier this year at home, but they have some different players now that have been stepping up. What maybe changes? How do you view them now versus then, and what maybe changes that they have now in their lineup? How will those impact the game?
Yeah, I don't think that they have different players. I think maybe they have one extra player that we can expect there to be at this game. But nevertheless, it was a tough game. We knew they were going to be difficult to beat, and we expect them to even bring something bigger or a bigger challenge because they're playing at home with their fans. So we prepare for that. We understand. We respect them, and we're ready to be able to have this game. And sometimes these are the games that players get a little more excited because they know that it's a good challenge, and that's what the players want.
And then you're approaching mid-season. After this game, you'll be at the halfway mark of the season. Looking back at your first half of a MLS season at this level, how would you sort of evaluate how the season's gone so far?
No, I'm never been one of mid-season evaluator. I'm usually an evaluator at the end of the season, and I think that's the most important part. I think this game teaches you that it changes not game by game, but practice after practice. And you need to make sure that every practice you have to bring the best, you have to analyze, you have to continue to work. And I like to do more evaluations at the end of a season, looking at the entire season, more than half away where we are or where we're not.
Giovanni, this will be the first time in about 3 years that the club's heading into the summer transfer window, not looking to acquire a center back. You may actually have the best depth at that position in any other team in the league. When you're building a team, how important is that position and having that sense of security?
No, I think that the security has to be all around the field. We need to be secure and having more than one option in different positions. I don't know if we have the best depth in MLS, but what I will say is that I'm very happy with our depth. And I think we have good players that can step in and bring different things, but also bring the same base. And attitude's been very, very good, and so far, we're very content of what we have in that position.
I guess to kind of follow up on this question, you've mixed up the lineup a lot so far this season. Is that something you just like to do as a coach, or are you still kind of looking to see how all the pieces fit together before you find maybe the lineup or two that you want?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good question. I think we try to have a balance and keep a foundation. But within that, I think players, they compete day by day. They compete, with each other, and as well, we play different teams that will require different situations, in different games. The good thing is to have the availability of the players that that we can use, because I think each can bring something a little bit different, or some can bring the same at certain moments, and that's why we've been rotating in some positions. But in other moments, it's been situations like Liam coming out of the position, Cascante coming in. He's done well. He has earned the his spot, so he continues to play. Mabiala has done very well, so he continues to play. So I think it's a good balance all around, but it's constant reminder to the players that there's a step away to be able to play.
So do they like the change up all the time, or do you feel that It's not whether they like it or not, just as the competition for them to maybe go up to the next level to start.
I think no one has to feel comfortable in some way. Everybody has to make sure that they keep on performing, but everybody has to feel comfortable in the idea that everybody can, participate and they have, some freedoms to play in within the system. I think it's a constant evaluation. It's not easy sometimes to have, a good depth and maintain everybody, steady. But so far, the group has helped to make sure that everybody's in the game and that we require different things depending on the match that we play.
Coach, has that constant evaluation helped in terms of the success that you've had? Because, an unbeaten streak like the one you guys are going through, I mean, you could see a point where a player would get complacent. What have you thought about the way that the team has reacted through this journey?
I think the most important part is the mentality of the entire group and the locker room, and I think that's the most important part. It doesn't matter whoever steps on the field, they have a sense of responsibility. They go into the field wanted to prove, wanted to help the team, and that's been very, very good. And also the attitude of some players that sometimes have had a very, very good match, and then all of a sudden they sit on the bench to give opportunity to somebody else, understanding that they're going to be back in, and that every time that they step on the field, they get the job done. And we've seen some players that have done that, and it's great for them to understand those moments, to continue to compete, and to know that the reward will come back because they've been doing very well.